Warning, this podcast contains Iris.
Hello everyone! Welcome to the S.T.A.R podcast for The Flash. Season 4, right?
Yeah.
Episode 2. Huh?
All season.
Are you sure?
Yeah?
Episode 2.
think.
I don't even know the name of it. Hold on.
Mixed signals.
So prepared! Mixed signals.
I'm here for you. I got it.
I'm your host, Clio. With me I have Dom and Nikki. Thank you for being there for me.
How is Disney? We missed you last week.
Thumbs up.
Aw.
We joked and said you were flash speeding around Disney World, which may not have been far from the truth.
Being Chrissy quick.
I was power walking around the world trying to eat and drink as much as I could.
There you go. There you go.
You gotta, keep that metabolism fed.
Yeah. You get me. Anyway, I liked the first episode. It was a great first episode to a season. I enjoyed it. This episode was infuriating.
Yeah? I like this one better than the first episode.
No, I preferred last episode.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I had a blast at couples therapy. Said no one ever.
No, I wanted to hide. I just put my hood up. I was just like, stop.
Said no one ever.
Because I know the fucking problem was before they even went to therapy. Because Iris was like, we have to work on our listening. I'm like, no. You have to work on your talking.
Yeah.
Y'all are listening just fine. You just ain't talking.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Nikki, you were going to say something?
No, I understand. The couples therapy session was one of the most awkward things to watch. I
love awkward. I'm the kind of person that makes
hero.
awkward situations more awkward. So when I get to watch other people be awkward, I really enjoy it. I enjoy being in awkward situations even more than I enjoy watching them, though. But, I don't know, that's just me.
You're weird. What's wrong with you?
Everything.
But anyway, the villain of the week this episode was Kilgore.
Mm-hmm.
Which when the elevator started flashing like the name, I thought it was Kilgrave.
Yeah, me too.
And it was
I did
purple.
too.
And I was like, that can't be Kilgrave. That's not right.
The second time I saw the name Flash, I thought it said Kill Ogre, and I was like,
That would have been better.
because the guy, he kind of did resemble an ogre. He wasn't.
He could cosplay as one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, Kilgore.
Just give him like a Scottish accent and he could be Shrek.
Oh, Lord.
Did they ever say in the episode what the application of Kilgore did?
Oh, the app, the software?
Yeah.
No. I don't remember that being mentioned. Just that they made millions off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they sold it and stuff like that. They didn't really go into details, specifics of it.
No. Which they might be saving that for a later episode because, as we see at the end of this one, the Thinker has Kilgore right where he wants him in Iron Heights.
And we also learned that Kilgore didn't become a metahuman from the particle explosion.
No. And Joe is like, well, how is that possible? I'm like, you've seen at least half a dozen metas who didn't get their powers from a particle accelerator explosion.
Yeah.
The way Joe said it was just like so shocked. I'm like, Joe, that's not the only way.
Yeah, but I don't think Joe realizes that they came from other ways. Until now.
I I mean, some of the metahumans that we've come across had a very delayed, like symptoms or like their powers were delayed coming out, and they came out last season from the particle accelerator. It was just like they just weren't triggered until that point in time, whereas the other ones were complete mysteries, and it seemed like you said Joe forgot. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. What were we talking about? Metas? Yeah, so he's got his powers from some other source.
Hmm.
Probably
Thinker
the Thinker.
involved. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinker.
Um.
Oh, right. Some of the metahumans we saw last season was from S.T.A.R messing around.
Yeah, and even before then, the guy with the heat vision, he didn't get it from the particle accelerator. It was like
I was under the impression that the people S.T.A.R was dealing with got their powers from the particle accelerator in the alternate timeline. Yeah, and then he just gave them to him in the current. Like, he transferred it from Flashpoint to the current.
It is still they were still metahumans though.
No, I think what S.T.A.R was doing was giving them the alteration to their DNA that the particle accelerator would have done to them if they were exposed.
Yeah.
So they got the same powers they had in Flashpoint because that's what would have happened if they were caught in the particle accelerator.
Yeah, that's essentially the same thing I was saying.
I mean, either way, that's our point was, Joe, dude, you've seen it.
Yeah, the point is, Joe, don't be shocked.
Yeah.
Although Joe, much like Diggle, as much as you think that they're not going to be shocked, this is something always shocks them.
Hmm.
I miss Diggle on this show.
I know. Me
I
too.
just need him to cross over more.
Every time he comes on The Flash, it's fantastic.
It is.
Every time he comes back to the Flash is faster, and he's even more shocked that the Flash can run fast.
He definitely wasn't that fast last time.
It was almost a tongue twister. I almost screwed myself up.
Yeah. So Kilgore, I'm gonna end up saying Grave at some point, is going after his rivals from Silicon Valley, taking them out one by one, and they're the ones who stole his shit.
Yeah, so this is a personal attack. This doesn't seem like it's fitting into the Thinker's plan. It may, but it feels more like a personal attack than an over.
Yeah. Oh, it certainly was. For Kilgore, that is. I think the Thinker is like, this is going to land him in the spot I need him to be for him to do something useful to me.
Yeah, because after he got captured, he's just like, technology's everywhere. Even after they're like, you're in 3 layers of tech dampening,
signal dampening.
Yeah, signal dampening.
Yeah. All it's going to take is for somebody to come in with an implant or,
they forget to take their, garage opener out of their pocket.
Yeah, something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Game Boy.
Yeah.
They're carrying a Nintendo Switch.
The Switch. I was just going to say.
Taps into the Wi-Fi.
Yes.
It's probably going to be a cell phone, let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I'm imagining the requirements for getting into that cell are similar to I think it was it X2? Yeah, X2, X-Men 2, where they kept Magneto in the plastic thing, and you had to go through all of these screenings to get in there. So I'm imagining it's gonna be something like that.
And we know how that turned out. He
Not good.
Ripping iron out of people's bodies. So yeah,
there's a cell phone in your stomach.
For all we know, that may be the case. Because what if the next meta swallows something like that and then goes into the cell.
Yeah.
You know, and they're in the cell block, or, you know.
Yeah.
Could be all part of the Thinker's plan.
No. Because if they'd be able to screen for a cell phone, somebody carries nanites in their blood. That's what it's going to be, nanites. Nanobots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
But yeah. So I want to talk about Caitlyn for a second.
Okay.
Because I didn't get to express this last week, but she's pulling a Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Which, appropriate, I'm wearing the Hulk shirt today.
There you go.
Last episode, she even made a joke. Like, you're not going to like me when I'm frosty. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, we cringed at that too, don't worry.
Yeah, we
and the funny thing is, we related it to Bruce Banner as well. So, we're like, you know, you wouldn't like me when I'm hungry.
And then you wouldn't like me when I'm hangry, which was me like all the last couple of years doing this podcast, not eating before we do the podcast. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to kill somebody.
Probably Iris.
You just got to keep snacks in your drawer.
Yeah. I've learned.
And we see she's like suppressing Killer Frost when she wants to come out after the alarm goes off.
But how is she suppressing it? That's the question.
Mentally?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No? How do you think she's doing it?
It's part of her costume from last episode. I didn't see it this time. I wasn't really paying that much attention. I think because she was wearing an actual shirt and not a tank top. But she had this weird long, like it almost seemed like strap that went down like this into her cleavage.
It's almost like a cross strap. It didn't really seem like a bra.
Yeah. So I thought it would be like another amulet or something that she's hiding on purpose because she doesn't want everybody else to realize that she's still having problems with Killer Frost, because they don't know really at all that they just think she's Caitlyn again. But it's very like split personality. Like once Killer Frost is out, she's a completely different person, and they're actually fighting each other for control.
Mm-hmm.
So
it almost seems like there's a safety mechanism in if it gets too far that it snaps Caitlyn back, because that's what it seemed like after the bar. You know, when she walked out last episode and whatever, and she's like, oh, we're going to have some fun, and then all of a sudden she like snapped out of it really quickly.
Yeah, she's grasping at her chest and saying, no, not now, not now, and then Caitlyn comes back. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I thought she was like fighting her with her brain, but yeah, I don't know. We're gonna find out, because guess what? Everybody's lying again. Yay!
No.
Didn't we just fucking go over this last season?
No, nobody's lying. Who's lying?
Caitlin's lying.
No one's lying.
Caitlin's lying.
Maybe slightly.
That she's fighting Killer Frost. She says, I'm just Caitlyn, which is not true.
No. And she's saying, don't worry, guys. And, you know, in the background, she's like, I'm doing it for the good of the team. I don't need to tell them. She's done this before, guys and gals.
Yes.
I mean, it's the whole lying by omission thing. She's not directly lying.
But it's something that can put the team in danger. It's something that's putting her in danger. I'm sure fighting Killer Frost is not great for her physical health.
Well, Cisco adding an inflatable raft to Barry's suit puts the team in danger.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
And a self-destruct button.
As soon as he unveils the suit and he's talking about all the tech, I'm like, you guys are fighting a like mind hacker. Like the fuck. And okay, so they go to face Kilgrave. Shit. Kilgore.
You said you were gonna do it, so there you go.
And Barry's with Wally, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna incapacitate Barry, and Wally's gonna step up. A full 30 seconds passes while Wally stares at stuff happening, and I'm just like, Wally, do something. Wally, why are you useless?
Because he's a little worn out because he's been working with Mr. Steel over on the Legends.
That is true.
Oh, has he? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not watching.
It's going to make the crossover
Oh, well,
really
good.
interesting.
At least he's, doing fucking something. Because I feel like, and this happens every time, they let Wally do some stuff, but as soon as Barry needs, like, the character development, Wally is plot useless. Like, they just write him useless, not because he is, but because they need him to be for Barry to shine. And I'm like, fuck you, guys! That's lazy writing!
I don't know. I would love, because, not to get completely sidetracked, but I would love, because we're getting Grodd over on Legends. We're getting Damien Dark back.
Why did I stop watching Legends again?
I don't know. And it's confirmed that we're getting Constantine now, so I really hope that Wally comes over full time. That would be fantastic.
That's right. I don't get to sleep. That's why.
I can relate. TV shows, too many of them. Sacrificing sleep for TV. It's all part of the job.
Yeah, but I would love to see Wally full time over there.
I think so.
I actually wrote in my notes. I would love to see like a Kid Flash miniseries where he actually does shit. But if he's doing stuff on Legends, then I guess I'm okay with it.
Not right now, but he was. I mean, they did. It's the thing that the Legends do, and I mean, but Wally was working with Steel for a good amount of time before all these seasons started.
Wait, what?
It was like flashback kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, wait, what?
Because it's been what in the storyline of all the DC. It's been about 6 months. So yeah, that's about how long they've been working together.
You said all this time, and I'm like, it's been 2 episodes. What's happened in these last 2 episodes?
Oh man,
So much.
You should be watching.
Yeah, well. I can't even watch the shows I have to watch. I have to sit out of the show tonight because I didn't have fucking time to watch it.
She's still playing catch up from her vacation too.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, I like that they made a reference to Silicon Valley, the HBO show. Do you guys watch it?
Mm-mm. I don't. Never seen it.
Oh my god! If you're wondering why, like, me and John often say like this guy fucks, it's because of Silicon Valley.
Okay. What?
No, but they made that reference. And I was like, yes. I love that show. Although this scenario is more like the Facebook movie.
I just know Nikki was a little upset that Barry started spewing spoilers out this episode.
It was so funny.
Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, we're not allowed to talk about shows on other shows. Why is he allowed to talk about shows on other shows? And I was like, why?
Oh, it's alive.
I was like, no. I didn't know that, but I did know that. But why? Why are you telling me this? God damn it, Barry. I hate you. We're not allowed to do that.
So fucking funny. I loved that.
Yeah. It was funny, but I had a problem with it.
Somebody hasn't been watching.
Oh, Game of Thrones?
Yeah, no.
Oh. Sorry.
Barry ruined it for her.
Yeah.
And now she's got no reason to watch it.
Well, at least you didn't have the cover of a fucking newspaper ruin it for you. That was the worst Monday morning of my entire life.
Wow, nobody has respect anymore.
No, not a fucking.
That's why I watch them when they air, or I don't leave the house.
I was working at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
I went to work. And someone bought a newspaper, and I almost cried. Anyway, tired of the Flash. Not how much print media sucks.
Or like Lee saying in chat, Barry singing.
Oh, when he was doing like a flash dance thing, I covered my eyes. I was getting Glee flashbacks, and I didn't want to see that.
No, that was risky business.
Yeah, that flash dance. That's with the lady. Whoop.
Yeah.
Sorry. With the water.
Yeah.
What lady's flashing?
Well. No, yeah, Risky Business with Tom
Yeah.
Cruise,
No, I know.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the sliding in the underwear and the
I,
shirt.
I I had the right scene in my head, just the wrong name.
Yep.
No, I actually like covered my eyes and I was like, I don't want to see this because they
Yeah,
did
that was
something
another
similar
face
in
palm.
Glee.
There's a lot of face palming in this episode.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
loved
like the
it.
cheesy berry.
I loved all of the face palming. I face palm
Cheesy
too.
Cheesy berry. It's kind of funny because even in the therapy session, he was very sarcastic and uh, coupled with the awkwardness, he still had a sense of humor going into that. Just because he was going there to entertain Iris, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not so much I had a problem with the therapy scenes. It's that fucking nobody has a breakthrough in the first fucking session. I'm sorry.
No.
No.
Plot.
No. It was hysterical though. I was laughing the entire time.
Except when she went off on Barry. And I'm with Chet saying, she's super selfish in this point. I mean, I understand why she's upset and, it did hurt and like she had to like move on. Like he had died. She went through grieving and all that stuff. But he also did sacrifice himself for hundreds and thousands of people, which,
Yes, he did. But she's allowed to feel her feelings. Like she said, she wasn't going to
know.
ask him to stay. But just because she feels those feelings doesn't mean she's selfish. She wasn't going to tell him not to do it because it would save all those people. She would have told him to do it. Because he's like, I couldn't ask you because then you would have asked me to stay. And she's like, how do you know what I would say if you didn't ask? I honestly don't understand how that's selfish. For feeling.
I feel like because she got so angry is why. Like that's how I know she's allowed to be like, emotional about it, but she turned around and she blasted him in the face with like all of this rage and anger. Like if she could punch him at that moment, she probably would have knocked him all the way back to Flashpoint.
I don't think she would have punched him, but it was because she didn't know what was going on. That's why it's why she suggested therapy, because she didn't know herself what was wrong.
I don't know. I just feel like she was just too angry.
I mean, she knew. She knew. It's just buried.
She knew.
Because
I understand
she said last episode, she's like, I couldn't stop because, as soon as I did, I would have realized you weren't behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So she knew on a deep down level that there's something wrong there.
Yeah.
But she couldn't get it out into words at that point.
But that's not the same as feeling like she got abandoned. Like, she knew he wasn't there. Like, if she stopped, she'd know he wasn't there. But I don't think she realized she felt that abandoned until it clicked. And she just happened to be yelling.
Unfortunately.
Red Bandit says, weren't we saying that we needed more therapists on the show? Why are we suddenly complaining about it? Isn't it what we wanted?
Not complaining about the therapist. I am not complaining.
No, yeah, exactly. Not complaining about the therapist. Complaining about the scene.
Yeah.
I love honestly, when I say we need superhero therapists, I mean we need a therapist who knows these people are superheroes. Like, Barry and Iris are going to this therapist having to hide what they're actually talking about. Mm-hmm. That's not helpful for them or for their therapist to help them.
No, but I was sitting there laughing so hard. Oh, so you're writing that down too? Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, and then my father died. Oh, okay, so you're writing that down now.
And Barry leaves. She's like, "You're gonna write that, aren't you?" And she's like, "Oh, hell yes, I am."
I loved it. Loved it.
Yeah. Oh no, that part was great.
Mm-hmm. No. Like, we are not complaining about the therapist whatsoever.
Yeah.
The therapy. No, we're not complaining about the therapy. We're complaining about the people in therapy because
I loved it.
Yeah. So, what did you guys last week talk about in terms of the Thinker? Like, what was brought up?
That I got a good vibe of Xavier from X-Men and a combination of Picard infested by the Borg.
That was her first impressions.
All
and,
right.
And I was just like,
Yeah.
finally we get a non-speedster villain. We have the fastest thinker alive versus the fastest man alive, and I think it's a really great contrast. I love the whole fact that we're going into this season without facing another speedster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, I think the fact that Xavier and Picard are played by the same person is fantastic. great analogy. Yeah, I'm really happy the actress who plays the God, what the fuck, the mechanic, the lady.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She was in fucking, what is it called? Not Legion, this Dominion,
Okay.
Okay.
the sci-fi show. She was really cool, and I'm really glad to see she's getting good roles. So I'm really excited that she's in the show.
Yeah. Yeah, as Lee also mentioned during the therapy session, that they were talking about, oh yeah, my father died. And then she's like, oh, you've dealt with a lot of loss. And then,
They started
Caitlin
listing off all the people who died.
chimes in, and Laurel died, and HR, and Ronnie. It was just like this huge list of people. Oh, it's like, oh god, yeah, they've seen a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was just an assistant, but okay.
Well, that's her character's title, I guess.
Okay.
At least from what I was looking up, because the first episode of the show, I couldn't stop thinking about it after it ended. So like, I just read a whole bunch of shit on it.
That's what he wanted.
Because the shit that Barry was saying when he was cuckoo crazy were all lines of dialogue from the past. Well, some of them seem to be lines of dialogue that will happen in the future, but a lot of them are lines from the past, because the thing he says about Oliver was from the first episode. An exact line. So I was like, I have to make sure, are these the same lines? So I was like looking at
Stars, Lars, Mars, bars.
Mars bars. Those are yummy.
Yeah, so cool. Gypsy. Gypsy's
I like Gypsy.
She's so tolerant. she has so much patience.
I know, it's like they left her for hours doing their bullshit. Like,
I mean,
if he doesn't think I'm gonna kill him,
he doesn't know he's a dead man.
I know she sat there and she waited, but like, she could have watched a little bit too. I feel like, not get involved, but like, observe to see like, oh yeah, I know you're doing this work, instead of, doing that typical line, oh no, it's fine, and then walking away, and then just going, oh, she said it's fine, and going off back to work, and Caitlin's like, no, no, it's not fine.
I'm just gonna say I am glad that Cisco is not Barry, because if Cisco had the Flash's abilities, he would be creating time remnants of himself all over the place, so he can get so much more things done, and it would be awful. So thank you, Cisco, for not being able to time travel.
Yes.
Yet.
He can vibe.
He can see things.
Yeah.
In the short future or past.
If he has a connection to that future, in a way, he can jump a little bit, right?
They weren't actually there.
Okay.
They were seeing it 360. But they walked right up to Barry and Dead Iris, and then nobody reacted to them being there.
Right.
So he can't actually time travel. You can just sort of see the future a little.
Lee does mention that it was the reason why Gypsy got a little bit upset. Was it because it was her world's Valentine's Day, called 111 Day?
which is dumb.
1 + 1 = 1, guys.
So you have an elf that breaks into people's houses.
Not an elf.
I'm like, she's not wrong.
She's not.
No.
Our holidays aren't that fantastic either.
No, they're fucking weird.
Arbor Day.
What was hers? Shaquille O'Neal Day?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Saint Shaquille O'Neal Day.
Yeah, instead of St. Patrick, it's St. Shaquille O'Neal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
The Irish actor.
I was trying to think of an applicable thing, like, because St. Patrick was supposed to lead the rats or something away. So is that the thing?
He's the Pied Piper.
I was going to say that.
No.
Isn't that the Pied Piper?
Oh, shit, no, now I forgot. Never mind, it's not worth not important.
Glad
Next
we both
episode.
went to the same. I didn't mean to gang up on you, Cleo, but that's what I was thinking too.
Back to square one. Okay. Next episode is called Luck Be a Lady.
Tonight.
Barry and the team are hit by a string of bad luck and realize it's the handiwork of a new meta. Becky, nicknamed Hazard, who has the ability to give others bad luck while cashing in the benefits for herself. Meanwhile, Harry Wells returns to Earth 1 to give Wally a message from Jesse.
Okay.
So
It's
Wally
beautiful.
gets
Good
more to
to see him again.
do.
It literally reminded me of the Supernatural episode.
Lee says, Cleo, it's snakes. Snakes out of Ireland.
Snakes! That was it. Snakes. Thank you. Not crazy.
I mean, it wasn't rats.
Snakes, rats. They're both vermin.
Says you.
Hmm?
Says you.
Says me.
I'd
What do I
like
know?
I'd like a pet rat.
I want a pet snake so I could eat your
Look, it's-
pet rat.
Snake. No, I want one of those little smiling lizards. Give you little finger hugs.
I thought those are type of gecko.
Yeah.
They're cute.
God.
All right, Dom, where can people find you?
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
Phenomenon.
Do.
Nikki, where can they find you?
On Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyYVENOM24.
Do 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 do. I broke Cleo.
Just a little bit.
I also don't feel good. It's not just you. You can find me at Cleomoto, and you can find us at ASOTV Podcast. Just Google. You know, use Google. It's why it exists. It's why it runs our lives and tailors advertisers for us. Just fucking do it. Get out of here. Go. Why are you still here? God. I'm gonna have to cancel Rebels. I really don't feel good.
Aw.